Greetings, dreamers. My name is Cerissa LaToi, and I am the founder and principal designer of Industrious Interiors. I've been designing dream homes for over 20 years, and my passion for transforming my clients' homes into sanctuaries runs very deep. My passion for design actually came long before I even became a professional interior designer. I've always been a creative soul. I paint, I stitch, I write poetry, all the things. I truly enjoy creative expression. But the spark for design came when I was about 16 years old, when my parents were designing their own dream home. During that time, I assisted my mom in looking over the floor plans that the architect had drawn, giving her my feedback to take back to the architect. I also tagged along with her when she began to select things like the brick and roofing and flooring and countertops and all the things, including the furniture, and I truly enjoyed it. And that experience was literally like a seed that was planted that eventually grew into my love and passion for interior design. Like many, my path was not straightforward though. I actually began my college career studying biology pre-med at Spelman College in Atlanta, Georgia. I wanted to be a pediatric cardiologist. I was so enthralled in medicine. I used to watch the Learning Channel and everything. It just truly interested me. However, when I got to school, the coursework was very difficult for me, and I went through a very difficult season where, honestly, I was failing. And I've never failed before. I'm not really accustomed to failing until that point in my life, and so I didn't know what was going on. So what I did was I turned to my faith and I prayed. And sometime during that process, I had what I can only call a Jesus experience. I had an experience where I felt that I was called to be an interior designer. And in fact, when the realization came upon me, I know it was a Jesus experience because I had no idea what an interior designer even was. I began to do some research, and I soon discovered what it was and what this field really meant and what it had available to it. And so I began my journey to pursue that. I graduated from design school in 2004, and I worked as an interior designer for a retail furniture store. And I worked there everything was going pretty well for the most part. And then in 2006, we had the very big recession, the housing bubble, and the housing bubble burst in Georgia, right? It burst all over the nation, but I happened to be in Georgia at the time, and it burst very big, very bad. And it was really devastating for Atlanta and the community where I was. And so I really needed to take a pivot because I already was interested in so many different creative things and creative endeavors. I pivoted to culinary arts, and I went to school to study that and to become a chef. And after some time, I was working freelance for design in the background, but I was also working in commercial kitchens. I worked for a college. I worked for a fine dining restaurant. I worked also as a private chef. I've worked in many different aspects of the culinary world, and I had a lot of fun doing it. Now I'm able to bring my experience as a chef into my design work. And honestly, who better to design for you than a trained chef? I mean, your kitchen is going to be amazing because I have a very intimate understanding of what it's like to work within a kitchen. And I bring that expertise to every project, whether we are designing your kitchen, your bathroom, your whole home, whatever the case may be. I bring that love for design that I have and all of the things I learned in terms of being a chef right into all of the design work that I do. For me, design is more than just about aesthetics. It is a calling, and it is one that I take very seriously and I steward very intentionally. Many times when I begin a new project, you will find me praying, meditating, or just really thinking about what it is that my client needs so that they and their family and everybody that uses their spaces will be able to thrive, and that they will have something that will benefit them today and for years to come. Now, one of my most rewarding experiences happened when one of my clients came to me because they had a kitchen that just was not working, right? It was so small, it was so cramped that they could not really enjoy the space together. In fact, they literally were just cooking in order to prepare meals and to eat to survive. And they did that with only one person in the kitchen at a time. However, they didn't want that for themselves and for their marriage. So what they asked me to do was help them make their kitchen be interconnected with the rest of their home. And that's exactly what I did. I was able to open up their kitchen and provide for them a space where they could really, truly enjoy it together and be in it and cook together. And when they let me know after a few months after the kitchen had been remodeled, and they had had a few family events, and they had had some things going on in their home, and they let me know that the place that once was the place that everybody avoided was now the place where everybody came in and they like flocked. Their family just would sit in the kitchen, and one of them would cook and the others would sit at the island, and people would be sitting at the room just off the kitchen in the wine nook. And it became what a kitchen is supposed to be, the heart of the home. It became, and it was able to foster deeper and better relationships with that couple, and also with their extended family and friends that came into their home. And for me, that is what I'm looking for. It is my desire to let my clients really thrive, really love their home, really want to be there in their home. That is the key for success for me. That is what tells me that I'm doing exactly what I'm called to do. When people come back and they tell me, hey, Cerissa, you have changed my life. You have changed our lives for the better, because now we can thrive in the home that you have helped us create. I love it. Now, as I wrap up my story about who I am and how I came to be here at Industrious Interiors, I just want to let you know that I do more than just craft environments. I craft spaces for my clients to thrive. If you want to be able to thrive in your home, then give me a call. There's a button just below this video that you'll be able to click, and we can get onto a complimentary discovery call where we can talk about your project, and we can talk about if we fit with one another in order for me to make your dreams a reality. And with that, dreamer, I just want to thank you so much for being here and being so interested to hear a little bit about me as you invite me into your home, into your lives, and into your space so that you can thrive once I leave.